The next one you can actually find on Hulu, and it's a real pain. And this one is the darling of the Golden Globes.
Oh,
It
is this on Hulu? I had no idea.
literally just came on Hulu. That's how I was able to watch it
Ah, it's
because I
so
wanted to see it in theaters, and
I
then
was able to catch it early on.
yeah,
I'm 2 weeks holding my thoughts on this movie.
there you go. So yeah, you can check it on Hulu now. A real pain. This has a 7.2 rating on IMDb. Obviously, that's very good. This is actually written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg. I didn't know that till literally the very end. Uh,
Oh,
who
really?
also stars in this along with Kieran Culkin. And then it's actually nominated for two Oscars. Kieran Culkin in the Best Supporting Role and Best Screenplay by Jesse Eisenberg. So again, if you're really into the Oscars, this is one of those movies that is going to be a darling of that. 86 Metascore, which is phenomenal.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then
And we also got Jennifer Grey, who's in it from Ferris Bueller fame.
this made 14 million so far worldwide. So I don't know what the budget is, doesn't
Which
say,
is
but
shameful. Shameful.
I can't imagine. I mean, it could be made for 10 million, so we'll see. But Pete, why don't you start and then I'll go.
I gotta tell you, like, I heard about this movie 6 months ago, and I only heard that Eisenberg was making a movie, Culkin is in it, and it's about, revisiting their Polish roots because of the Holocaust and their grandmother and stuff like that. And so I immediately I mean, I love anything that era in terms of cinema. I could watch anything that has to do with World War II. I don't care the angle, I'm watching it. But the fact that this was an Eisenberg written and directed, which I knew prior to, and then I found out that Culkin is a part of it, whom has just crushed Hollywood because of just his Succession performances alone. Um, I watched this movie with a lot of expectation and a lot of hope, and I received everything that I put into it prior. I got back tenfold because this was a fantastic movie. This was a movie that not only resonated on a historical level, but if you look at it just as performance wise, Eisenberg is his normal self, but he adds some twist to it. Culkin is phenomenal. Culkin deserves the Oscar because I know they just released the nominees
Yeah.
either today or yesterday, and Culkin is nominated. He needs this Oscar because he deserves it. He's a phenomenal actor, and you need to get away from the old Home Alone image of him with the glasses because this kid is
He's drinking more than milk in this movie.
he's drinking more than milk in this movie.
Wait, is it
He
milk or is it Coke?
knows Coke.
Coke, yeah.
He blew my mind in this movie because he covers the normal here's what I think Kieran Culkin is as a performer, and then he goes above it, and then he scales it back to really kind of bring you in on an emotional level to really get you into that relationship between him and Eisenberg. And even the supporting cast really plays a great job. This is one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, I so again, this is on
Phenomenal.
Hulu now. I did do a little bit of crack research here, and so the original production budget 3 million, bought by Searchlight for 10 million, and it made four. It's at 14 right now, so that's good news. Um, uh,
Yay.
and for me, this movie reminded me a lot of a movie called Treasure, which that was a I think directed by Lena. I know she stars in it, Lena Dunham, but she takes her father
Ah,
back to Poland. So kind of similar, where it's like a family going back to like you're saying, going back to Poland and seeing their roots. And yeah, man, I really like just the kind of the exploration of both historical, but then also just dealing with your own feelings and what you're going through in life and how that can kind of crash into each other and sometimes allow you to go through your own emotions and process them in a different way.
But also both of their different personalities clashing at the
Yeah.
same time. Like that added another element
Oh
to
yeah, for sure.
the entire storytelling. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Eh,
just
eh,
brilliantly crafted.
but what I liked about this too is like imagine you want to go on a trip somewhere and then they make a movie about it. And so you're also like really able to just kind of go on this tour with them. So it's kind of cool in that respect too, because it's almost like a free vacation, where you're just again able to experience a trip that we may all want to go on, but then you're watching it through someone else's eyes. So it's really well done in that way too.
Also, it's also a very interesting way to look at, there's been what, 50 years plus, 60 years, 70 years
Yeah.
almost in between that tragedy versus where we are today. And
80.
and I think they really captured what the approach of a young person going to a site like that, like what would it realistically be? Would it be one of sorrow, or would it be one of, hey, we're on a vacation and let's experience something? I think they
Yeah.
captured the difference, and then they also paid that off as well emotionally. Like
Yeah.
they didn't just, it wasn't just a vacation for them. And so I think
Definitely not. Definitely not.
they captured like what the modern person would experience going to that event and then what they would actually experience in real life. I loved this movie.
Yeah.
Paul, I gotta be honest, I love this movie a
Yeah,
lot.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was really glad that it's on Hulu, because I was able to check it
So
out.
good.
So definitely check this out. Again, pay attention this come Oscar season. Well, it's already nominated, so I guess we don't have to pay
Culkin,
attention. Yeah, but he did win the Golden Globe, and now he's going to go for it on the bigger stage. So we'll see.
Team Culkin, right here.